Today we're at CDMR-dagen in Stockholm with Sten Klysner, CEO of ExpreS2ion Biotech. Sten, for those not familiar with ExpreS2ion, what is it that you do?
The company as such has a platform to produce biologicals which are pharmaceutical products that are made in bacteria, yeast, so it's proteins. Its core, it's the active ingredients in modern vaccines and immune therapy and diagnostics.
So who are your customers?
Our customers has a span from academic institutions that takes this in to try new ideas and to make them possible, until large pharma, which will use these things to develop new products and bring them to the market.
Recently a phase 1 clinical trial in malaria started, where ExpreS2ion was listed as a main collaborator. What can you tell us about this?
Yes, we are quite proud about this. We've been in for a long while. We have been producing components for the development and the selection of candidates, the cell systems. And this is a trial that are directed against what's called placental malaria. The antigen was discovered in 2003, University of Copenhagen, by a known researcher, Alice Alante. And basically, this addresses the problem that women who actually are resistant, immune towards malaria, can get that malaria when they're pregnant, which will be creating danger for the child and for the mother. So you have 20,000 mothers a year dying, it's estimated from WHO, and 200,000 children. The child is born stillbirth, or it is actually also low weight at birth, which means that you are endangered.
Recently also you signed a research license agreement with Vaccinate. Could you elaborate a bit on what types of revenue streams you receive from these type of deals?
Initially, we receive very little, to be honest. We make the license and we get a fee for the license. The reason that this excites us is that this is a company who had world-leading expert in a very specific system and a new way of making vaccines. That means that they will take it in and they have very complex molecules. And our biggest feature is that we are very good at making proteins or constructs that are very difficult to make in other systems. So we believe this synergy will lead to the fact that they can make the products, and they are in infectious diseases overlapping our interest areas. And when they make a product, that will move on with our product into a commercial license, which then will bring us money on the long-term deal, and it could also be collaborations on some of these products on the way.
What can you do to convert these into potential commercial license agreements?
What we can do is that we help drive the process. When we enter this kind of licenses, it can also be semi-partnerships. We support the customer, we deliver work in developing processes. We can go in and we develop the cell line, we make the cell banks, and we also add to the innovative part of the process if wanted. Besides that, we can also go in, if we see a good solid technology platform like this, we can bring forward products, proteins we have made internally. We never launched them as products. Say, we can do this, we can combine that and propose that we move things along the path towards development. Again, this is a long-time process, but overall the support that we have from long-term experience with our system will give a speed that the customer normally can't drive themselves, and we help by achieving that and getting that competitive edge.
Within a few years you plan to introduce an optimized version for current good manufacturing practice. What will this mean for ExpreS2ion?
Well, the platform we have is solid and actually runs in its own life, but all the time we of course would like to improve the platform. Two ways: we want to improve it by adding further elements that we can put into it, and then also expand it. In terms of good clinical practice, which is a sign of quality, we put in elements that makes it easier and gets it better achievable. We have had a very strong clinical validation of the platform from the 2 malaria projects that has recently gone into clinical trial. No problems with regulatory authorities, no quality issues, everything running as said. So even the existing systems can be taken there, but we like to shorten the time. We like to make it easier and potentially make a platform where you say, we take this template, and we take it into the clinic by that. So adding elements in the platform, also documentation and everything you need for that, we are working on that.
You plan to grow rapidly in the coming years. What's your market outlook for 2017? Do you still experience an active market?
Absolutely. In spite of everything goes on the stock market, US election, Brexit and so on, this kind of industry moves on. And there is a large increase in the interest of infectious diseases. I think that everybody knows about the Zika story. We all heard about the Ebola. We have dengue fever, yellow fever, others, and that in combination with other things, which also includes climate change, etc., means there is a focus here and there's a lot of money from governments and other institutions. The larger company has the interest. And besides that, we are also entering a borderline into therapeutics within cancer and other immune therapeutic indications. So compared to our size, the market is enormous and we don't see any stagnation. The need for new therapies and the new technology coming in and that we are applying makes this a very dynamic and very vivid market.
Last but not least then, why should our viewers invest in ExpreS2ion Biotech?
I think that you should invest in ExpreS2ion Biotech due to the fact that we have managed to do what many has talked about, and that is to de-risk an industry that has an enormous upside but normally an enormous risk. The fact that we have a platform, and for most of the development processes you hear about, we actually earn money by sustaining them and working into projects or into consortiums or for customers. And then we have an upside, and it's of course smaller when you actually work with a number of projects, but as we can take in, and that's a momentum we are going for, to have in the order of plus 15 projects in, mean we have a strong success possibility, at the same time a low risk. If a project dies, we take in a new one. If it succeeds, we get the long-term upside we're aiming for. So basically we are a strong concept and we do have a market where we have more to do than we actually can, and a lot of strong options and a lot of capital out there to support that.
Okay, with that I want to thank you for coming and wish you good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
being here.